Okay, page 3, number 2 says Brady as a quarterback this year he completed 350 passes, which is 70% of all the passes he's attempted this year. How many passes has Brady attempted this year? Okay, so first we are told that Brady has completed 350 passes. All right, that's the amount that he has completed. So he's the quarterback, he has thrown the ball, and somebody has caught it 350 times, which is 70% of all the passes he's attempted. So he's completed this many, but the question is, how many has he attempted? How many total passes has he attempted? So we're told that this 350 is, this many passes is 70% of the passes he's attempted. So 350 is 70% of, we'll put P, total passes. So 350 passes completed is 70% of the total passes. And so we're asked to find how many passes did he attempt, how many total passes. And so you need to write this down in the box for number 2. This little phrase right here will help us write an equation so that we can solve for P, the total number of passes, which is what we're looking for. So my equation is going to be 350. What am I going to write for is? What does is mean in math? That means equals, right? Here's my percentage, 70%. How would I write that as a decimal? As a decimal, it would be 0.70, right? You would divide by 100 or move the decimal 2 places to the left. Of means multiply, so I'm going to multiply by something, and that something is P, whatever number of passes that is. So I'm just going to leave it as my unknown as P. Okay, so how am I going to solve for P here? If this is 350 equals 0.70 times P, if this right here is multiplication, how am I going to undo this multiplication? Well, we know division, right? Division, as shown by the horizontal fraction bar. I'm going to divide by the number in front of the letter. The mathematical term would be starts with the C, the coefficient, right? The coefficient. So I'm going to divide this side by 0.70 and this side by 0.70, right? Because the golden rule for equations, whatever you do to one side, you do the same exact thing to the other side. And so these 0.70s simplify to 1 times P, which is P. All right, so P, the total number of passes, is equal to 350 over 0.70. Remember, this horizontal fraction bar means divided by. So 350 divided by 0.70, you will get how many? You will get 500, right? So this answers our question. He attempted 500 total passes, and he completed 350 of them, which is a 70% completion rate. So the question, how many did he attempt? He attempted 500. This would be 500 passes. 500 passes. Okay, number 4. It says, when a grizzly bear hibernates, its heart rate drops to 10 beats per minute, which is 20% of its normal value. What is the grizzly bear's normal heart rate when not hibernating? All right, so this is number 4. What does it tell us about the grizzly bear? Its heart rate is how many beats per minute? Its heart rate is 10 beats per minute. 10 beats per minute. And then it says, which is, key word there, right? When you see the word is, that should send red flashing lights in your mind, right? Because you know you're going to write the equal sign. So 10 beats per minute, which is 20%, which is 20%. Then you see the word of, don't you? After the word percentage, you see the word of. And so 10 is 20% of what? 10 is 20% of the normal value. The normal value, okay? Let's call this, we'll just call it X, right? Because that's our unknown. This unknown right here, this is going to be the normal value, the normal heart rate of the grizzly bear, okay? But since it's our unknown, we're just going to use a variable to represent this. Now that we have this phrase written down, right? You should have this phrase written down in the box for number 4. Now we can write a mathematical equation. I have 10 is means equals in math, right? So there's my equal sign. Here's my percentage. I'm going to rewrite that as a decimal by dividing by 100, so 0.20. Of means times in math. Of means times. That's why I'm writing the parentheses to show multiplication. I'm going to multiply 20% times some unknown number. And this unknown number, again, is going to be the normal value for the heart rate. Okay, so here's my mathematical equation. 10 equals 0.20 times x. How am I going to solve for x? How am I going to undo this multiplication? Well, like the previous example, I'm going to divide by the coefficient, which is 0.20. I divide by 0.20 on both sides, so these 0.20 simplified to x, the unknown number, is equal to 10 divided by 0.20, and you will get 50, right? So what does 50 tell you? What does the question say? What is a grizzly bear's normal heart rate when not hibernating? It is 50 what? 50 what? 50 BPM. This is beats per minute. Beats per minute. 50 beats per minute. That is your final answer for number 4.